Damn. I remember in high school, what grade was I in? I'm trying to think here. I think it was grade 10.
Yeah.
I dated this mixed girl. Her name was Sonia. I remember. She's
Sonya.
mixed,
The
yeah.
name alone.
And she lived downtown Esplanade. If she ever watches this, it's gonna be funny because I don't know what the hell happened with her.
Sonya.
But she was like, yeah, right. And she's a freak. She's a freak, and this is like my first exposure
Yeah.
to this, like a woman with such a high sex drive.
Yeah.
And I remember one day we like smashed, and it was like at least like 7-8 times. Like I don't think I've been able to
7-8
times. And my dick was so just
Hurting.
sensitive after.
Hurt,
I remember
bro.
she like grabbed me,
Yeah.
like, and I was just like, ugh.
Yeah. Hurt,
I've
bro.
never experienced that before.
7-8 times.
Yo, bro.
I think my max is like 4. I think
Yeah,
4
no,
is-
it was so much.
Yeah.
And we've like, I've never done that, like
Yeah.
that much again. But yeah, and it was all in like an evening, like afternoon, evening. Staying in our room, and just like mom wasn't home. I don't think my sister was home. Yeah, obviously not. They both weren't home. It was an apartment, and nobody was home. And like we smashed all day.
Good old Sonya. Shout out to Sonya.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
up?
Yeah. So funny thing about this. Wow, we get real on this podcast.
Yeah, we sure do.
Get real on this
Yeah,
podcast.
nobody's watching
So I
anyway,
remember
bro.
so that was a girl who kind of like broke my heart, but like I wasn't like in love with her or anything. I was just like, that was a little sleazy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So, so I was like we were pretty serious, and she, like, I was like taking the train down to see her all the time. She'd come see me. And then I remember I was working at this place, and this dude that like lived in the area was like, I was like, oh, do you know this girl or whatever? And he like, yeah, goes on. He's like telling me how he's smashing and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I can't even say I was broken. I was like upset.
Yeah.
I was just like upset and just kind of like foul about it, right? And
You
I was
thought
like,
maybe you
okay.
were special.
I thought I was special because like we were a thing, but I'm like, she was giving it away.
Same age or was she older?
She was a little old. She was like, she was actually a few years older.
Okay,
And
yeah,
this
yeah.
guy was a few years older.
Yeah.
So it all, again, retrospect.
Yeah.
And she's like lived far. I was in Scarborough. She was like downtown, like
Yeah.
Esplanade. You know what Esplanade area?
Yeah.
So all made sense. All
Yeah.
made sense now. So I was just like, I think I asked her about it, and she was just like, yeah, no, I don't know what you're talking about, blah, blah, blah. I think she went back and told the dude. The dude like kind of came to me like, yo, why'd you say something, kind of thing. I was like, okay, that was probably not something I should have did. Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, I was like, all right, cool. And I was like, okay, well, I'm still just going to smash you. I'm just not going to take you serious. But I'm not going to say this either. I'm just going to continue playing this on like, oh, we're a thing, but we ain't a thing, because I know that you're a foul.
Yeah.
So I remember she used to tell me about this dude that like wiring here. She's like, oh, he's so disgusting, blah, blah, blah. And at this time, I'm kind of like pulling away from her, right?
Right.
So I remember like a few months go by, and then we talk, and she's like, yeah, I have something to tell you. I'm like pregnant. And I was like, okay. So I'm like, I know you're smashing other dudes. I'm not going to say this is not mine.
Yeah.
It's a potential
Yeah.
my child, but it also could not be mine.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I don't know what to say. And she's not saying like it's yours either, because she knows she damn well can't say that.
Yeah.
She don't know.
Yeah.
Right. But at the time, I'm like, I was so young at the time that I was like, I've only sexed you with like a condom.
Yeah.
So I don't even know, unless one broke.
Yeah.
But I've never had one break and I like finished in there, right?
Yeah.
We're getting deep into this
Yeah,
shit.
we are.
So anyway, like a few months go by, and she's like, yeah, no, it's not yours, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, cool. And then she has this kid, right? And when she has it, I just doing like this rough calculation. I'm like, okay, it's definitely not mine, because this is like 4 months too late. But yeah, I remember. So then, like, again, a couple years go by, and like she messaged me, and we hook up for or whatever. And she's like, yeah, I still don't know. I'm like, girl, knock that off, because this is the time. Like, you don't have sex and have a child like 15 years later. And I'm using a condom. So like, you know what I'm saying? Or 15 months later. Like, you need to do, your math ain't mathing. Bro. Like, stop being stupid. So yeah, she's less, she it's like she wanted to flirt with this idea, but she knew what the deal was. It's like, man.
Is that your only scare that you had when a girl was like,
oh man,
pregnant?
I've had so many scares. So many scares.
Don't you feel like trash after?
Oh
like,
my god. Yo, you know what? The
my
thing is,
God.
when you're younger too, you're so stupid
Yeah.
that like a condom breaks and you're scared.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even
Yeah.
you don't even come, but like the condom breaks and you're like, "Oh fuck, are you pregnant?" Like and girls are way more like, they're scared too, you know? Like, if it's one day, a couple of days late, they're like, I didn't get my period yet.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
I
you freak
remember
out. You freak out.
Oh, all the time. I
remember-
remember this one girl. She was my girl actually for a bit, and I remember she like didn't have her period for a month, and I was like, "Oh, you
Freaking.
definitely pregnant,
Yeah.
pregnant." Maybe it was like 2 weeks. Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. Maybe it was like 2 weeks. Like, "Oh, you pregnant."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "We should go to like a doctor and get this get a test, right?" She went to a doctor, got the test. Doctor said like, "You're not pregnant."
Yeah.
She goes to the bathroom and immediately got a period. So it was less like the like it's so crazy, like hormones, like what they do, but like this like suspense and like worry must have been doing something to her where she didn't get it. And then as soon as he told her that, and there was like this release, she was like,
Okay.
I
had this one girl once, whatever, smashed her one night, and like the next day or maybe the day after that, she calls me in the morning. And she's like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm not feeling well, this and that." And I got like real hood, like right away. I'm like, "What you telling me for?" but inside,
wow,
I'm stressed to the max. Like inside, I'm like, "Yo, my mom's gonna keep me out. I'm done, bro. It's over for me. How did I do this? I don't even like this girl like that. Like,
this is the funniest episode.
This is not gonna be my girl.
Funniest episode.
Like,
oh my god,
totally stressed out, bro.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I went and got a plan B." And, and at the time, I was so young. I was like, "What the fuck's the plan B?" Like, I had no idea what a plan B was. She's like, "Oh, it's this thing you take just in case." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Okay, yeah, all right, whatever." And I'm like, hung up the phone. I don't think I ever spoke to her ever again. I'm like,
"Yeah, no, man, no.
I don't want to.
No, even if it's taken care of, for some reason, as a dude, when you're younger, like, stay away.
Yeah, I did not want to hear
this one's fertile. Stay away,
bro. But just like in that instant, just like ultimate stress, bro. Like,
oh man, oh
my goodness.